Before a class begins, technology for that room needs to be warmed up and started. Free printing needs to be set up for any class taught in an instruction room. In order to set the printer so it does not charge student cards, the printer has to be changed to a different setting. To do this, first tap the upper left corner of the screen multiple times consecutively until a new screen appears. On the screen, it will ask for a username. Type in root. After hitting enter, another screen will show up asking for a password. The password is Pharos. After selecting enter, a list of multiple options comes up for you to edit. First select to edit network, and then, when another screen pops up, select network again. There will then be another screen of items that can be edited. Select host name as the one to edit. You will then see that the printer name is in the dialog box and that it can be edited. In order to set the printer up for free printing, the C, which stands for closed, in between the dashes needs to be changed to an O, which stands for open. Likewise, when you close the printer, you will repeat the same steps but change the O to a C. Then on the new screen, select Apply Changes. The change takes about 20 seconds to happen, so remain at the printer until a new screen loads where the option to go back appears. Select back until you get to the main screen you started at, and the printer is now set for free printing. Next, make sure that the staplers are full and near the printer for large print jobs. Next, the TA needs to survey the room. Many times students come to classes and leave things behind or leave it looking disorderly. The TA needs to straighten the room and chairs, pick up papers or items that were left behind, and so on. Anything that is left behind can be turned into the lost and found at the HR secretary's desk. Make the class look clean and orderly for the new class coming in. Next, move to the front of the room where the instructor station is located. This is where the TA will sit during the lecture portion of the class. Next to the computer screen is a small screen that is used to control the projector. If the screen is black, tap on the screen. One of two things will happen. Either the touchscreen will show the option to turn on the system, or it will load to a screen that shows a projector icon in the top right corner along with other icons. To begin warming up the projector, tap the projector icon. The projector takes a few minutes to warm up. First, the projector icon will remain gray, but then it will go yellow, showing it is still warming up. The projector is ready for displaying the Proctor computer screen when the icon is green. The blank button on the right side of the screen will blank the computer display. Volume can be controlled with the up or down keys on the right side, or with the sound icons along the bottom of the touchscreen. The computer button on the left will allow an instructor to direct the teaching with the laptop they have brought. When the class is finished, either blank the projector if there is another class coming in, or turn off the projector if it is the last class of the day. To turn off the projector, select the System Off button on the right side of the control panel display screen, and then click Yes to shut down the system. To the right of the Proctor station, you will notice there are panels that control different things. The first set has up and down arrows. These are for the projector screen. Make sure the center screen is down and ready for that session. The button only needs to be pressed once, not held down. On the panel closest to the whiteboard, you will notice that it shows what lights are on, indicated by the red lights, and what lights can be turned on, indicated by the green lights. Sometimes an instructor asks to have the side spots on, so by touching the side spots button, the lights come on. Select it again to turn them off. Next, make sure there is a laser pointer at the podium and that it is working correctly. Laser pointers can be picked up at the HR secretary's desk. Extra batteries can be obtained from your supervisor. The next thing the TA needs to check is that the whiteboard markers are all working and not light or worn out. If there are some that are too light to be seen clearly from the back of the classroom, throw them away. New markers can be found in the drawers of the instruction station. As soon as the instructor arrives, greet them politely and introduce yourself if you have never assisted them in a class. Ask the instructor if there is anything they want set up, additional programs they will be using, or if there is something they want you to do based specifically on the type of class.
During the class, the TA's job is to assist the instructor in every way possible. During the instructor's presentation, keep up with them. Do not speed ahead of them so that they are rushed, but don't be lagging behind them, wasting instruction time to catch up. Help them answer questions when it is work time, and hand out flyers to the students if asked to do so. Be alert at all times of the class. Doing homework, reading, texting, or getting distracted from the instruction is inappropriate. Be actively engaged in the presentation and smile. At all times, make sure you are respecting the librarian. Do not correct or interrupt their teaching. If the instructor announces something incorrectly or a change has been made, talk to them privately about it after the instruction is over. The TA is responsible for all technology in the room. The TA must manage or handle any technological problems or contact technical support for help. And finally, never remain behind the instruction station when time is turned over to the students for work time. Walk around the room and help when there are questions or you notice a general need for assistance.
After the class is over, the TA performs the same duties as before, but in reverse. The computers do not need to be shut down. They shut down by themselves overnight. But you do need to close the printer and turn off the projector. Make sure to turn the system off on the projector unless there is a class coming in right after yours. In that case, just blank the display as previously mentioned. If the projectors are not turned off, the light bulb burns out very quickly. Make sure to pick up the room and tuck in the chairs so it is orderly and nice for the next class coming in. If you are the last TA in that room for the day, make sure to turn off the lights. Press the button labeled Fluorescent Lights Off and turn off the gray switch by the light panel. And finally, shut the door behind you as you leave.